Hello Missed Clarinets, and thank you very much for joining me for this clarinet tutorial video. Today we're going to be learning our ensemble piece Abide With Me, which is level B5. Before we get started, please remember to do your physical warm-up, and if you go onto YouTube you can find a tutorial video about how to get our bodies ready to make music. And just remember that you can pause or rewind at any point during this lesson if you need to revisit anything. To pause, you can just press K on the keyboard or press the pause button on the screen. And to rewind, you just need to click on the playback bar, which is the red line, and drag where you would like to play from. So on the screen, you can see the music for the clarinet 1 part of Abide With Me. At the bottom of the screen, you can see a blue box, and that has got all of the Kadai signs that we're going to be using today. At the top, you can see a long blue rectangle, and that has got all of the notes that are used in this part. It's got the note names, and at the top it has got how we play it with the finger chart. So if there's a red dot on the clarinet, that means that you need to cover that hole with your finger. So before we get started, I'd like us to play every single note that we've got in front of us. I'm going to play a rhythm, and I'd like you to play it back to me. And the rhythm that we're going to play is this: tu, ta, ta. Okay, I play, then you play. And I'm starting off on an A. Here I go. 1, 2, me, then you. Very good. Let's now move to a B flat. So I've got thumb on the back, 1, 2, 3, and my first finger. Again, tu, ta, ta. Now to a B, 1, 2, 3, middle finger. 2, 2 this time. Now to a C. Now to a C sharp. So I've got 1, 2, I've got my thumb, 1, 2, and 3, and my pinky is going to go on this key here. And I'm going to go ta, 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 ta. Now to a D. Now an E, my thumb and my first finger, and I'm going to go ta. Now an F. Now a G. I'm not going to tell you the Kadai sounds, I just want you to repeat back the rhythms. Here I go. And finally an A, it's just the corner of my first finger onto the top key here. Very, very good everybody, well done. We have now warmed up every single note, and we've also used all of the rhythms we've got in this piece. So just take 10 seconds, practice the Kadai sounds for the first line. Off you go. Let's say those Kadai sounds all together. Very first line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tu, ta, ta. Tu, tu, ta, 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 ta. Very good. Now can you take 10 seconds to figure out all of the notes that are on the screen? I'm going to help you out. The very first note is an E. The second note is on the same line, so therefore it must still be an E. The note after that is one step lower. So if we go one step backwards in the alphabet, it's going to be a D. Figure out the next 3 bars. Great, let's now say those notes all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, D, C, G, A, G, G, F, E. Very good, now we're going to say and mime those notes. So just check the finger chart at the top, have a little practice, and then we'll say and mime them together. If you need to pause the video at this point, then please do. Okay, let's say and mime those notes. Here we go, fingers on an E. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, D, C, G, A, G, G, F, E. Let's try playing it. Here we go, all together, clarinets up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good. If you need to pause the video to practice that, then please do. If you're ready to move on to the next line, let's give it a go. So have a look at the second line. See what similarity you can spot. Exactly, all of the Kadai sounds are absolutely identical. So we don't need to practice that line for the Kadai sounds. Let's just figure out the notes. So just take 10 seconds, figure out all of the notes that you've got there. The first note is a G. Great, let's say the notes all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, G, F, E, A, G, G, A, D. Very good. Let's now try saying and miming them. So fingers on a G. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, A, G, F, E, A, G, G, A, D. Let's try playing them. Here we go. If you need to pause the video to practice that, then please do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very good. Let's have a look at the next line and see what similarity you can spot. Exactly, the Kadai sounds are identical again. Lazy, lazy, lazy. So we don't need to practice that, which is great for us. Let's just figure out all of the notes that we've got. Just take 10 seconds. Let's say those notes all together, but just before we do, I just want to remind you of how we say flat or sharp notes. Let's have a look in the second bar. The second note in the second bar here has got a little B in front of it, so it tells us it's going to be a flat note. So instead of saying B, we're going to make an S sound after, so it will sound like this, Bess. Then let's have a look at the third line. The third note in the third bar has got a hashtag in front of it, so it's called a sharp. And again, we're going to make an ease sound after it, so it will be cease. So let's say all of these notes together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. C, B, B, A, Bess, A, C, cease, cease, A. Really good. Just check the finger chart at the top to make sure that you're really confident with those notes. Let me remind you about a B flat. So we've got our thumb, 1, 2, 3, and my first finger. And then the other sharp or flat note that we've got is a C sharp. So I've got my thumb, 1, 2, 3, and to turn a C into a C sharp, I just put my pinky on that key there. Let's try this all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, B, B, A, Bess, A, C, 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 A. Let's try playing it. Here we go. Thumb on the back. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sounds a little bit strange. It's because we are providing the harmony. We're not playing the melody. Right, let's now have a look at the last line. And we've got a different Kadai sounds, but they are still just using ta, tus, and tas. So just take 5 seconds, double check them, and then we'll say it all together. Okay, here we go from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tu, ta, 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 ta. Tu, tu, ta. Really good. Let's now say the notes. Just take 5 seconds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, E, F, E, D, C, F, E, D, C. Great. Let's now say those notes. Say a mime. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, E, F, E, D, C, F, E, D, C. Great. Can we now please try playing it? Here we go. Clarinets in our mouths. Whole bar in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Let's now try playing the whole thing. The only thing that we've not spoken about are the dynamics. So, because this is an ensemble performance, it means that we're playing as a group. It means that we're not playing solo, so it means that we're not always the most important person. The times that you have got the melody is when the dynamic is marked mezzo piano. So just check on the screen where you can see mezzo piano. Exactly, it's line 1 and line 4. If you're marked anything below mezzo piano, so piano or pianissimo, you are not the melody, you are the accompaniment. So it means that you're supporting the melody, it means that you need to play a lot quieter. So let's really exaggerate these dynamics. We're going to go right the way from the beginning all the way to the end. Whole bar in, thumb on the back, first finger down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really good job, guys. Well done. Next, we are going to play it as a trio. Well, we're actually going to play it as a quartet because there's a teacher line. You're going to play the clarinet one line, and then my 2 other helpers, which is actually me, are going to play the other parts. We're going to have 4 parts playing at once, including yourselves. So get ready, and I'll see you in a moment in the next video. 1, 2, 3, 4.